Good day everybody, this is Zhatt here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I know some people like to cram as many people as they can into one region, trying to max their populations, or at least just get a lot of really big buildings in their city. And a lot of people know that the most efficient way to do that is just a straight up grid, maximized for heavy density buildings, but there's some other more interesting ways you can do it. In this example, I have what we're calling the Octagon layout, and it's not too hard to build. It's maybe not as efficient as a grid in terms of packing, but the advantage, one of the major advantages of this layout is that there are no four-way intersections anywhere. Every intersection is a three-way intersection, and the way they divide in these sort of Y shapes causes the cars to more or less choose left or right evenly, so you don't get everyone jamming down the same road trying to go to the same place. There's no main routes for them to all fight over. Everyone just kind of spreads through the city naturally, finding their own way. Some other advantages are that the entire layout is using just roads, no avenues, so you can actually lay out the entire thing in just dirt road to begin with, and then slowly upgrade it to the heavy density if you want to save on money. And what's another advantage? Ah, yes, the parks. As we can see here, by just laying a couple parks in the center of these octagons, you can very precisely choose what areas you actually want to change wealth levels. I've got a bit chopped up here, but here's a good example. A couple medium wealth sports parks, and this neighborhood is nicely chopped off from everything else. And then same here, I've got the high wealth. I've got it a bit spread out, but very accurately creates little neighborhoods for you. To give credit where it's due, I did not actually make this layout. It was designed by a couple guys on DevTest, specifically Zhatt and jeezusfresco. I'm actually going to put a link in the description below to a forum thread where you can ask them more questions about this layout if you want to know anything specific, because I'm just showing it off to you guys. I don't know all the details, but I can show you how to build it, so let's get to it. Alright, so here we are on a fresh new map. First thing I'm going to do is just remove this avenue here, because we won't need it right now. And the first part you'll need to do is find the center point of the map. Pretty easy to do. You want to find your guidelines at the edges of the map, find their cross point, snap to it, and drag out on a diagonal. Hold shift to get it to lock, and we'll do the same thing in another direction, and there's our center point. The next part is to actually draw the central keystone octagon. Looks like I need a little bit more length on these. And we start that by drawing sort of a broken square around the center point, like so. And then we connect these to build our octagon. Now I'm using the high density street right off the bat just to get things to move along quickly, as I'm in sandbox mode, but you can start with the low density roads if you want to save some money to draw this layout first, and upgrade as you go, as that's one of the benefits of the design, is that you don't need avenue, at least not until later on when you maybe want to draw your circumference. So you can start with the cheaper low density road, or the dirt road, and upgrade to the higher density. But I'm just gonna keep using this higher density road because I don't want to spend forever upgrading all these roads. Next part is to draw the squares around the octagon here. Let's draw those in. Actually, I'm going to draw this out. Have these center points, make it a bit easier. There we go. And these will remain as part of our network, but also will give us the guidelines we need to build our next octagons. One thing I'm finding that's a little bit easier to do is find this guideline, draw a road there, and find this guideline, draw a road there. That'll give us some more guidelines we need to build our next octagon quicker. Because I'm going to need this. I can connect that. And Actually, let's just draw this out this way. Find out where that goes, and then we can remove that. And where are we here? Roads! Of course, building roads. And now I need to connect these. You know what? I'm just gonna build this square. Make it easier. Not too sure how the guys did it, but this is what I'm finding works. There we go. Line and line. And I'll just do the same everywhere else. Continue the pattern, and we'll see what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so there's the main octagon pattern, but I've realized that these squares that I built temporarily are actually part of the pattern. But we'll fix that in a second. First, we'll just get rid of these center lines. Don't need these anymore. Probably could have built that all in dirt road, but there it goes. And for these center areas, we'll just continue building in dirt. We can turn these into little octagons as well. So I'm gonna cut these corners off by using the guidelines off these roads. That'll make sure there's enough room for heavy density buildings everywhere. And this one, oops, and might as well upgrade these. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we don't need any of these. That's strange. Don't think those. There we go. These intersections are doing weird things. There we go. Some of these corners look a little silly, and it's unfortunate, but really that is the optimal way of doing it right now. These zones will still act as if these corners are straight. If you round these corners off at all, you won't get as the best packing you can. It drives me nuts, and I might find a way if I can fix those later on, but from what I've done, the fiddling around, all of the arcs are too large for that. But I'll finish off these other squares, and I'll get back to you in a second. Alright, that's the main pattern done. I made this one a circle just to show you how it would work if you want to do it that way. I think it looks a lot nicer, but you're losing a lot of space on the inside there, as these will have more room for heavy density buildings. This you might be able to fit some stuff in, but it won't work as well. I'll show you later on. And just to finish off the pattern, we need to actually connect these inside shapes to the outside as well. We can do that by getting... Oh, I have avenue selected for some reason. The grid lines inside here, and probably should have done this before I cut these corners off, but I'm going to draw from the centers. Actually, we can do it from the squares. That makes more sense. Draw off the center lines. Oops, doesn't want to connect right. There we go. And I'll just do that to everything else here as well. Okay, now our main pattern's actually done. Missed a little road over here. Let's fix that. We don't need this. And now I gotta figure out how to actually tie this into our avenue system. I think what I'm gonna do is grab the heavy density avenues and just use the offset. Was I gonna? Oh, that railroad's in the way. Okay, well, what I was gonna do, I'll show you on this side, Just lay it down there. The spacing works just right for it to fit along the side. And if I get this, still can't bulldoze that. So unfortunately this has to stay there. Let's just tie that in directly here. And we'll do that on this side too. And for this one, don't know. Let's make sure we can actually fit a high density building in there. Use my old park technique. Let's use a cheaper park, even though I'm on sandbox mode. It doesn't matter. Oops, I missed. Got bad aim. Right there. Don't need you. And don't want to build it there. I want to build it here. Make sure heavy density building still fits in there. And I'll just continue this around. Ah, stupid quick keys. I'm trying to pan. There we go. My shift key got stuck or something. Do it on this side. And I'll just build lame square corners. Oh, is that even gonna work? There we go. Oh, that's weird looking. Let's fix that. Still a little weird, but that's fine. And along this side. And I think I should be able to just continue our pattern like this. Oh, maybe not. That creates some problems. Okay, change of idea. Let's go straight down. Don't know if this is the best option, but it's what I'm doing. I'm sure you'll all come up with your own sort of varieties of this pattern. And you can discuss the best ways to do it. Keep trying to pan with the WASD keys while holding shift for straight roads, and it keeps opening up other menus. Okay. Whoops. Let's get rid of the corner. There. That's an interesting design. Now we can actually start laying down our zones and structures. Now, there's various different ways you can do this, but I think the simplest way is make these areas commercial and these areas residential. And one of the benefits of this system is, if I do this right, I believe you can take a large park, and with just a couple of these, there's a few ways you can do this. Let's try it like this. Grab a small park. I'll grab a huge park. Whoops. Plumb bob. Oh no, wait. I want to edit this park. Oh, I can't put the plumb bob on there. Okay. This will work too. And by laying one of these down, actually if we go a little bit further, maybe I want, sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Let's grab a long park, edit that, grab a large park, there we go. And this area of influence almost perfectly covers this little neighborhood here, this octagon. Apparently it spills out a lot farther than that, but for the main part, whoops, trying to blow you up. Let's even this out with another one on the other side if we can fit it. Nope, just a little too small. Okay, we'll leave a little one there. But you can see this octagon is well covered with the right density, or the right land value that you want. There's probably even more optimal way of doing this, but I think this kind of works. Maybe we want 2 parks. So let's try this again with a different system here. If I grab... You could also probably just do it like this. 1 park over here. 1 over here. It gives you the same sort of idea. I'll have to check in with the guys, but I'm sure there's a better way of doing this. But let's actually start zoning our city here. Remove these. And we want industry. Wind's going that way, so we'll zone our industry over here. Just drop it in these spaces. We're going to need power. We'll grab a... Not a nuclear power plant, we don't have any education. Coal power, or oil power plant. Drop it in here. Let's go water. Where do we have water? Over here? What's nice about these sort of little corner areas is a lot of them fit the services quite well. Let's add on... I don't need a filter over here. Another one of these. One of these. And can we actually put our sewage plant right next door? Pretty much. Let's do that. Don't need all the plops in there. Expand it a little bit. That doesn't fit. Okay. Recycling center. I think this one actually fits quite nicely. Even in one of these spots. Yeah, because we don't need that one on the side there. Let's put it right. Actually, we don't need it. Let's put it near industry. Right there. Let's do a big fire station. Get it on, yeah, one of these. Oh, out of money. Control W. Alt W? Oh, right, the game has to be playing for that to work. There we go. Money! Alt W. I always forget what the cheats are. Shift W? Oh, no, that's for water. Like, my money's not increasing. That's weird. Well, now I'm losing money, and I can't cheat, so we'll just have to play the game normally. Oh, man. Let's get some more residential in here, then. Whole bunch. Oh, forgot the roads over here. We're experimenting. We can put some residential on the inside too. Another road I missed. This one doesn't have grid lines. Or guidelines. Some more commercial down. We'll be making money in a sec. What else do we need? More commercial? Residential. Let's put some parks down. Let's go with some nature parks. Let's see if I can do this right. Let's start with short park. Right there. Upgrade it. put on a large community park. There we go. That covers it nicely. And there should theoretically still be room for some heavy density on this side of the park. Actually, all around, if it was done right. And we're making a bunch of money. So I'm going to keep playing. I'll fast forward through this part, and we'll see what our city looks like in a little bit. And here we are, over 100,000 citizens in our city, and appears to be no traffic problems. I haven't put any buses or rail or any other mass transit options in, because I just want to see how many cars we can actually shove on all these roads. As mentioned before, big advantage is that all these intersections are only three-way intersections, so left turns don't cause as much of a problem. A lot of the cars will actually evenly take lefts or rights to get to their destination, spreading the traffic out all through the city, not having them all jam onto major avenues. Even the outside avenues don't get a lot of traffic. Alright, the truck's so loud. And it's about 2 o'clock right now. Not really close to rush hour, but still a lot of cars on the road. Everyone's getting to their way. So this is the where I put the circle instead of the sort of octagonal shapes in the center. I just shoved a couple parks in there, but as you can see, if you had one heavy density building, you might get one on the other side, but you kind of restrict the sides, although, yeah, because you can fit at least 4 heavy density buildings on these squares. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong thing. I should be looking at octagons. So you know what, actually it doesn't create that much different. You can get some medium density buildings kind of mixed in there. Got my fire station here. Wouldn't be able to do that with the circle. Zoxide and jeezusfresco know more about the layout than I do, so if you guys have any questions, I'll have a link to a forum thread in the description where you can actually find them and ask them more specifics about this layout and potentially other layouts. Let me know if you guys like this kind of video. There's some other layouts that they're working on that I could showcase for you guys. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Take care.